Hey everybody, I just got done editing Sue and Deb's questions that you guys sent. It's approximately 40 minutes long though, it's a little long. So get your coffee, get your tea, whatever time of day it is you're going to watch this. And the only other thing I want to ask, please subscribe. A lot of you are not hitting that subscribe button. I know a lot of you are, but most of you are not hitting that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the like button and leave a comment below. Those are all the little things that you need to do to help promote my channel or anybody else's channel you watch. It's really important because YouTube's in charge here. And if you don't hit the like, subscribe, and all that kind of thing, then they don't recommend my videos to other people to help my channel grow. So that's the only thing I've ever asked you to do. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a dime to hit that subscribe button. But it's important to me and it's important to my channel. So that's all I ask you to do. Please do that. And with that being said, enjoy the questions that you sent to Sue and Deb.
I think so.
Okay, the first question was John Roadcap. So Skip, we would like to know if Sue and Deb belong to any non-sporting clubs, for example, arts, crafts, genealogy, etc.
Not right now. Like I said, because of COVID, we haven't been doing any of the regular stuff. I did belong to 2 painting classes, and the both of us were going to get ready to do cardio drumming, where we was really excited to do the cardio drumming, and we got all our stuff, and then COVID hit. And,
I bought drumsticks.
Yeah, and then I messed up my leg, and then she got sick, and so this year we haven't done hardly anything. But there's a lot of things that we like. And what are some of the things you like besides exercise classes? I know you do cards.
I don't belong to a club for cards.
Well, no.
But Skip and I belong to Goofy Villagers, and it is the people that are into Disney and going to Disney World and doing all things Disney. And we joined that 4 or 5 years ago because they were taking monthly bus trips down to the park and getting us, they golf, they have the guys who can golf together on Mondays and stuff like that. So we joined that, and then I'm the head of the Fernandina Phillies, and that's a social group for the women in the neighborhood, not just the neighborhood of Fernandina, but any neighborhood. We bring a covered dish and we share a meal, and we have people come in and talk to us. We make crafts at the Phillies of Fernandina, and that's about all we're doing right now. Like you said, the COVID kind of put a stop to a lot of things.
And we were, we had our regular card group every Monday, but they quit doing that because of COVID, and now we're doing every other Monday they're having cards, and then the second Monday or the fourth Monday of the month they're going to lunch together. And that's about all we're doing together because it's still not good.
This is from Janice Keller. They want to know, how did you guys meet?
Well, it had to have something to do with shopping or eating. What do you think? Yeah. We both signed up to go on a bus trip, and the bus trip was going to all the thrift stores in, were they going into Ocala thrift stores?
Yeah, Ocala. Mm-hmm.
And so she was by herself, I was by myself, and I said, hey, want to sit together? And the rest is history. We've been shopping together ever since.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I said, I wish they hadn't discontinued that bus trip. It was wonderful. It was $25, and I said it was really nice because they went to 5 different thrift stores, and the one in the middle had lunch. So.
Oh, and the one at the end had wine. Yeah. I mean, it had everything we like, food and shopping.
It was the best thing. It really was. But the lady retired, so.
Janice Keller has another question. Where's Deb from, and how did she wind up coming to the Villages, and how long has she lived there?
Well, originally I'm from Akron, Canton, Ohio. Then a job in the airline industry brought me to Pennsylvania, and so I retired from working at the Hershey Country Club in 2012 and moved down here to the Villages. My husband had watched on the the lifestyle channel, I guess the Villages has going, and we came down on lifestyle packages, and it looked like a good place to retire. So we've been here since 2012, 9 years.
Are both of you satisfied with the healthcare system there?
Ooh.
Well, I do the Villages Health with United Healthcare. I don't like the fact that they require you to carry that health insurance in order to go to their facilities, because the main reason I wanted to drive my golf cart to the doctors, I didn't want to have to rely on anybody, and that's just not true. If you don't have United Healthcare, you're not driving to these health centers, and then sometimes those doctors are out on 441 anyhow. But when I am having my doctor look at me and stuff, I'm getting good care, I think.
Yeah. I'm out of the Villages system, but all my specialists are in the Villages Healthcare. The primary doctors, I can't see the primary doctors in the Villages Health. But it doesn't matter because I've got a good primary here that's out of the Villages Health, and I have regular Medicare and Blue Cross Blue Shield supplement. So I'm not crazy about, I've heard a lot of things about the medical stuff down here, but so far,
in the hospital,
I've been taken care of. It's pretty good. So now the first doctor, Skip can tell you, he wasn't crazy about either, but that's the way it is anywhere. You got to find the right one.
And I don't know if anybody notices down here, when the snowbirds are here, you can't get into your doctor.
Yeah.
And they don't accept new patients, so that's something to consider too. I think some people were actually going back home to see their doctor because they couldn't get into a doctor down here.
Yeah.
Just do your homework.
But it's like that all over Florida. It's not just here.
Do you prefer a car or golf cart?
I love the golf cart. I love whipping around in that thing. I like going to the store in it. I like going to get my mail in it. I like going to see people, and I'm a golf cart fanatic.
I'm not. I think they're great. Yeah, I think it's great that everything here is golf cart accessible, because if Skip's got the car, I can still go, which that was a big no-no that I had to start with. I didn't want to give up my car. We both had our own cars, and I didn't want to give up my car. But since we got a golf cart, it was okay, since I could get anywhere with the golf cart. But I go a lot outside of the bubble.
Yeah.
So I need the car. And I said, so I'm used to it more than anything. I don't have anything against golf carts. I just, like I said, I go a lot outside.
I like it because it gives me an excuse to have a bad hair day, because I rolled the golf cart over. Sorry, couldn't help it. I got golf cart hair.
I remember when we rode motorcycles, I had a pin that said hair by Honda. Now I get one that has hair by Yamaha.
When moving to the Villages, is there anything you wish you had done differently?
I actually think I would have waited putting my landscaping in, because I knew absolutely nothing about Florida landscape. And now I have 9, if not 10 palm trees. That's a lot of money to trim those trees and keep those plants alive. I think I would have put that off for a while.
And yeah, I think we wouldn't have been in that big a hurry to buy the new house. And I said we should have waited to find the exact one. If you're going to be in one for the rest of your life, as everybody said, this is their forever home, you should get the one that you want. And we didn't. That's always weighed on my mind. So some things Skip wanted, some things I wanted. We're comfortable here. There's no reason why this house isn't fine. It's just, everybody has a preference.
Janice says, we hope to move down without bringing furniture. How much do you think, ballpark figure, it might cost to furnish a 3-bedroom home, nothing fancy? I'm asking the ladies because men have no idea how much that stuff costs. What?
And we're shoppers.
Yeah, we're shoppers. Go ahead.
Well, I think it all depends on what kind of furniture you're looking for. If it's brand new furniture, you're going to spend, could be $10,000. If it's used furniture at the thrift stores, which we have some nice thrift stores with furniture around here, you can get away a lot less. It depends on what you're looking for. And if you do decide to come down, we'll be glad to go with you and help you shop.
and trust me, it's not like it was at Palm. I didn't visit that many thrift stores or those kind of places up home. I didn't. But down here, everybody moves. One or two times, matter of fact, and so a lot of the stuff here is like brand new. They do have stuff from model homes that are brand new, and so don't be ashamed to go to a thrift store or a
Estate sale. People keep
estate sale.
forgetting that.
Oh
Estate
yeah, yeah. And
sales.
estate sales are very, very nice, and like I said, they're very, very crowded. So get there early.
And there's nice furniture stores around
Yeah.
too. Babette's and Haverty's just opened, which you'll see that video we did. And there's good furniture stores down here too.
And you don't have to have everything brand new. But like you know, you can have a few pieces that are brand new and a few pieces that come from a thrift store. Nobody will know. My lamps come from a thrift store. I'll tell you that. I'm not.
What's the difference in bringing your own used furniture down or just repurchasing other used furniture?
Well, yeah, you have to pay to move it down here, and maybe she doesn't want
That's
that
true.
expense.
Yeah, and it's expensive to move it down here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it'll cost you depending where you're from. I know for a fact it'll cost between probably $6,000 and $9,000 by a semi, unless you want to do it yourself. But anyway, it says, other than Two Forks Up, how often do you eat out? Want to know if I need to bring all my pots. It says, I want to know if I have to bring all my pots and pans, or will they just be collecting dust in the cabinets?
Well, that's personal lifestyle. I don't know whether if you're coming down alone or if you're married and you just tell your husband, I'm retired now, I don't cook, and you watch for the weekly specials. But basically, I only eat out with you.
Yeah, and
for
like I said, we get invited out a lot. And I said we eat out when people invite us for meet and greets and things like that. But other than that, we don't eat out a whole lot.
And I guess I don't go to the meet and greets, so I'm not going out to those.
Nobody's ever asked. All I have to do is say, I did have, no, you're wrong. There was a couple meet and greets where it says, and Linda and Deb are welcome, and I got contact with both of you. Linda was in California, and I think you were in the hospital. You were under doctor's orders. You were on a special diet. You couldn't eat.
one, she was at another luncheon.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it isn't like
Yeah.
we didn't. I mean, if I had my way about it, you'd sit in another room. Let the,
Okay, we can do
let the
that.
comments go. By the way, the reason why we're having this meeting here, tell them why, Deb.
The restraining order keeps you from my house.
See? See? When I see homes for sale with the open concept, all I see are chairs. Dining, breakfast bars, breakfast nook, living room, lanai, patio. Do you really need all that seating?
Yeah, like I said, if you're coming down here, like I said, you're starting a new life down here. Put whatever you want in your house. You know, if you don't want chairs, don't get chairs. 9 times out of 10, you're going to go out to meet people. You might have some chairs in your lanai because a lot of people want to come over, have a cocktail or what have you. But other than that, what you put in your house, that's kind of up to you. If you
I don't
have a lot of
think
company,
people just rush out and buy all these stools and chairs for their counters because they've never had that before,
Right.
and they never end up sitting there and eat. Yeah,
right?
so.
I have in my life. I mean, I have never sat at the table to eat. Never. I grab my plate.
brag about that. I mean, you sound.
No, that's why we was raised on a farm. It's eat and go. I mean, you had to grab your food and go.
That explains why you eat from the trough. You were raised on the farm. Now it makes sense.
Deb's feeling better. And finally, Sue, does Skip ever let you drive the RV? I would love to let her drive the RV. I'll answer that first. She won't do it. Because I pull a car behind it, and she don't want to drive it pulling a car. This is from Pat Driscoll. Says, here's a few questions for Sue and Deb. When did you retire?
2012. I tried for my job, but I mean, down here you're still cooking and cleaning and.
Yeah, you can't never retire from being
Nah.
a female. That's the bad part.
Yeah.
But like I think I retired in 1997. Believe that or not.
Lady of leisure, aren't you?
Well, I had to take a metal retirement,
Yeah.
so I had to go a little early. But yeah, I was there 28 years.
But after you retired, how long before you moved to the villages?
I think we had 45 days from the time
45 days?
I gave my notice. Skip gave his. The house was sold. They wanted in right away, and we hit the road.
So you've obviously been here before then to know what the place was?
Well, we remember we had the villa,
But I always thought that was a rental investment property.
but we knew we were going to come down. We didn't know exactly when, so we didn't rent it. That's where we
That's what
stayed
we
while the
did,
house
yeah.
was built.
That's what we did too. It's a smart way of doing it, I think. And then as time has proven down here, it's not a bad investment over time either. What did you do before you retired?
I was a receptionist at the Hershey Country Club in Hershey, PA, and a flight attendant.
What does a receptionist do?
I book reservations for dinners and we did weddings and stuff like that, so I helped the caterers and things.
So you made sure the room was ready to go when they showed up?
And the members answer all their questions and direct them to where they need to go, because it was a member club. And a flight attendant before that
You was a flight attendant?
for U.S. Airways Express.
Shocked they even let you on the plane.
Yeah, the friendly skies.
On a few occasions.
I worked at RCA factory in Indiana, and I worked there for 28 years. And that was until I finally had to leave the place, and I hated leaving all my friends, but I was glad to get out of there, truthfully.
It's always the friends you hate to leave.
Yeah.
What are the biggest changes in the villages since you moved there, and are you happy with them? I think the biggest change is how big it's gotten.
That's what I would have said, and I'm not that happy with it.
I'm not either, really.
We thought, and then our real estate agent kind of said that once they finished Brownwood, they'd be done.
Oh yeah, we heard the build out for years.
Yeah, so I was good with that. We'd be at the end of the villages, and then Fruitland Park got bought, and I thought, well, okay, we'll let them have Fruitland Park. But then when they started over 44, that's a lot. That's another city.
Yeah. It was hard to wrap your head around the idea that it could be twice as big as what it was when we first got here. I mean,
Three
twice
times.
as big. That's not a little bit bigger. That's really hard to wrap your head around. It is.
Which do you like better? Summer when it's nice and quiet, or winter when all the snowbirds?
I don't think you can tell anymore that the snowbirds go home. Our population is up all the time now. But I like summer because I like going to the pool. I can get a tea time anytime during the day, go to the pool, and I like summer.
I just like it all year round. The heat is oppressive in the summertime, but when I think about all the years of struggling in the snow and in the ice, then I have no problem with it being all year round.
But don't you notice that the longer you stay in Florida, when it gets cold in January and February, you feel it? It's, oh my God, it's below 70. I'm freezing.
Yeah, I know. The kids used
I remember we came down, like in Thanksgiving, I always took like a week or two off. We always rented a house somewhere. And there was other times of the year we came down too. I can't remember. We came down different times of the year, but it was at Thanksgiving time, which is not the coldest here in Thanksgiving, right? I'm down here walking around in shorts thinking it's great, and we went to Spanish Springs town. That's the only square there was Spanish Springs at the time. And I am totally making fun of everybody walking around with jackets on and long pants. And it's like 70 degrees outside.
Oh, 70.
And I thought, man, this is nice. What's wrong with these people?
Well, it's funny you mention that because we make fun of everybody that's wearing shorts in November and December. And we're saying they're here on a lifestyle package. They're here visiting because if they lived here, they'd be cold like us.
Yeah.
And they're white legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is there about the villages you do not like? I bet I can answer that off the get-go.
Well, we already talked about it.
The growth of it.
Yeah.
And it's just getting busier and busier. It's almost, to me, in the summer months when I look around what's going on, it's almost like a vacation destination point. People come here to spend a vacation.
Yeah. If you've talked to some people in the lifestyle, this is my 5th and 6th time I've been down here.
Yeah, and I didn't know they did that.
I didn't think they
always thought
allowed
that
it.
They never used to. You was only allowed a certain amount of lifestyle visits, but I think they totally changed all that now.
Well, there was one guy that told us that he was able to take that lifestyle visit and do a month.
Well, I don't know about a month, but I think you can, I don't know how it works, but I know you can do it multiple times if they got openings.
Well, and that's cool. If you're looking for, if you're looking for a house, you want to drop that kind of money, Yeah.
Well, it is like a vacation. I mean, you've got your pools, you've got your golf, your restaurants, your entertainment on the squares, the shopping. It is a resort destination.
And then you think about that, and every once in a while you say, I live here.
If you didn't live in the villages, what other community would be your second choice?
I think I've always told you we'd be living in Harbor Hills in a heartbeat if it wasn't for the fact that they're so isolated. They're so far away from everything. Harbor Hills is very pretty with the water, and it's a closed community, but it's...
What do you mean so far away from everything? Shopping?
Yes, it's 5...
They don't have their own inside?
No, just how...
It's just a retirement place.
It's like 5 miles to get from 441 to the front door of Harbor Hills. And it's all residential area, all residential.
So you don't see no building later down the road?
But it's a beautiful country club, and they have beautiful houses there, and I think they're done building. They're not going to expand anymore, but.
What would be your second choice?
Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda.
I like the area. I don't know if they got any retirement communities down there that come close to this at all.
Sola Vera, that's not down there, that's Sola Vera.
Sola Vita.
And I like the Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte area just because I like the area. I don't know what kind of housing they have down there since the hurricane. And it's beautiful, it's absolutely beautiful. And I like the people, they were so friendly. And then I like the Fisherman's Village, which is the mall out on the water. So I like to call it. But they've got other things there too. But I just like the area, just really liked it.
This is for you, Deb. Is it hard to find a good hairdresser around there?
Not if you have a retired neighbor that's retired from the beautician business, or you find a good barber and your husband's going and say, hey, can I come along with you and get a haircut? That's why I drive a lot golf carts, so I don't have to worry about how my hair looks, as you can tell. There's beauty salons all over, though.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Just
And I
finding
said,
one.
I have my favorite nail lady. But like I said, my mom always told me that I should make a standing appointment. You know, back then they used to do that when they had the high hair and all
Big
the
hair.
hairspray, big hairspray. They'd make a standing appointment every week and go and have the hair done. And I never did do that, but I always go get my nails done. So maybe I should work on the hair.
What we got left.
Yeah, what we got left.
What are your favorite clothing shops around there, or do you just order online?
Hate ordering online, but I love the Izod Van Heusen. And like I said, they moved out here in Brownwood now. I heard they were going to stick around in Lake Sumter. I hope they do. But other than that, Bell's and Bell's Outlet. Like I said, I used to buy a lot of stuff at Bell's Outlet. Not too much lately, but I used to buy a lot at Bell's Outlet.
Well, we get a card in the mail with Anthony's. When it's your birthday, you get 25% off.
Oh yeah.
So that's good for shopping at least once a year there at Anthony's.
Oh yeah.
I'm not ashamed to say, I get my clothes at Bargains and Blessings because I can get name brand for $2, and then my friends give me clothes. I don't know what it is, but it's
Every time I get fatter, I can give you the small stuff.
they don't want their clothes anymore. They give it to me, and I say thank you very much.
Yeah.
Just in case anybody else wants to.
What do you think is the best store for really nice high-end furniture, and what place do you think has the best furniture bargains?
Now, I love Cane's in Ocala. I really love that store, and I like the people working there. But as far as the stores here, I think Babette's and Haverty's are both high-end. They're expensive. I don't know about high-end, but they're expensive. But they had good stuff. City Furniture is okay. But you won't find what you do in the big cities here.
The last time we bought new furniture was family furniture down in Leesburg.
Right.
And because we were looking for a certain kind of recliner, and they had it there. Actually, we were having the car serviced, and we just went across the street and bought furniture while we were waiting. But what was the Southern
Lifestyles is what used to be here.
before, and it turned into City?
Yeah.
But it was a high-end furniture store, and the Villages ran that. And
Not only that, but the experience we have with Southern Lifestyle, they were willing to bend over backwards
Yeah.
just about for anything you wanted.
Yeah, nobody does that anymore.
No.
I mean, they're good, but
They even told Sue after they put our bedroom furniture in, of course we weren't here. They called our real estate agent, he opened up the house and they put the furniture in there the way she told them. When we came down to see what the house looked like, because we hadn't been in it since we bought it, and everything was where it's supposed to be, and I had to go back north. She was down here to paint, and they told her, they moved the furniture out for her, and they said, when you get done painting, call us, we'll come back and we'll put the furniture back against the wall. Who does that?
yeah, who does that? I mean, that was unbelievable to me. But like I said, they're good now, but they don't have that kind of
No.
customer service now a lot of places. So
Okay, that's on to Brad. I think it's called Thiel, Thiel. Did you work outside the home or were you a homemaker? I think Deb was all three.
I'm a multitasker, I am. Overachiever.
overachiever.
What is your favorite part about the Villages?
You first.
I like the people here. I mean, I've met so many people here, and I said up home it was nice, but everybody had the grandkids and their families and everything, and it was very hard to make friends. And down here, everybody's away from everybody else, and it's very easy to make friends. And I said I've made some lifelong friends here, not just acquaintances. I mean, I've made some lifelong friends here, and I really like that.
You know, lifelong friends here is only like 10 years.
Make them 10 good years.
Yeah.
I like the concept of the Villages. I like that they are making a lifestyle for people our age, because
Right.
it's proven, I'm reading a book on this now, it's proven that active adults as they age very well, and there is a whole growing business for communities that help people age well, and that's what I like about that help people age well, and that's what I like about
What, a beer, Deb?
No, thanks, hon.
But I like the concept of making a happy, healthy lifestyle for senior citizens, because we're not our grandparents. We're not even our parents. We're
Yeah.
so much more active thanks to communities like this that provide an active lifestyle for a
And
healthy
I would hate
living.
to think that we were still sitting in front of the TV waiting to die.
Yeah.
Like, you know. But when we come down here looking at retirement places, that's a lot of what we saw was during the daytime, nobody was out. Yeah, it was hot. I understood that, but I said here it wasn't like that. They said they'd be playing golf, they'd be playing pickleball, they'd be playing tennis. We're
Well,
kind of the fourth way there.
you do it like my parents did in Arizona. You do things at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then you wait until after the sun sets at night when it's cooler. But because you had to have oven mitts to hold onto the steering wheel, it was so hot.
Yeah.
But you know, I sit on my lanai drinking coffee and watch all these people. They're walking, they're biking, they're running, they're golf carting, they're keeping busy. We're 9 o'clock,
That's
10
really
o'clock in the morning.
one of the things that swayed us. It wasn't that the place was beautiful, which it is, but there was people out. They were actually doing something.
things.
And at that time we weren't old enough to be here, so you know we kept saying we don't want to be old people, but it happens. But that's one of the things that we noticed was there was people.
Nobody ever considers themselves to be old. Ask Dad if she's old. Are you old?
No.
Oh, she's always telling me I have to get with the program because I have a hard time with it. But
The last time I went to a class reunion, it was like, we must be at the wrong place, because look at all these old people. I don't belong here. Yeah.
How long have you been married?
Presently, to this husband, Skip and I were approaching 6 years in September, and the other one I was married for 30 years, so I put
had
my
a good
years of
run.
service in.
oh, and y'all know we've been married forever.
Yeah.
Way too long. Even the governor commutes those sentences. You know?
Notice he didn't put down how long have you been happily married.
Well, there's a reason.
Is there anything that you would like to do or see in Florida, either inside or outside the Villages, that you have not had time to do?
Every time we signed up for that bus trip with your neighbor to go see the Golf Hall of Fame, it always got canceled because of lack of interest. that was one thing. I'd still like to go see the Hall of Fame, the Golf
And
Hall
I
of Fame.
understand that. I would not be interested.
No, you probably wouldn't, but I
But
did.
you and your Skip, I know you
Yeah.
wanted to see that, yeah.
Because we saw the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Really loved doing that. Gee, I don't feel like doing anything because you feel like you're on perpetual vacation here.
Yeah.
I got the pool, I got the palm trees, I've got the restaurants. Why do I kind of need to go anyplace else?
Really don't. Ask Deb, this is from Ronald Pass, says, ask Deb these questions. Is St. Vincent's de Paul Catholic Church in the Villages?
It has a Wildwood mailing address, but it is accessible to the Villages. You can't get there on golf cart, but
But it's not in the Villages.
no,
So it's not accessible by golf cart.
no.
I think that's what he's wanting to know. Says, how far away is it from your house?
5 miles?
Everything around here is within 5 miles, I think. Then he wants to know if you can get there by golf cart. We answered that. And it says, Ron, your greatest fan.
Mine personal greatest fan?
Not really, but we'll let you believe that. Here it is. Randy and Tina, Sue and Deb. How many children do each of you have? That we know about?
I think I would remember how many I had to give birth to, but I went for quality over quantity, so I had one.
How many kids do we have?
We got 2. We got 2 boys.
How many I had to give birth to, but
How did you meet your spouse?
The second one, not the first one?
I guess.
Yeah, okay.
We can go with that.
Whichever one you want to take possession of.
Yeah, so I met Skip in the airlines. Yeah, we were at what they call a cattle call. I'm going to tell the story on myself. I can't believe it. We were on a cattle call, and I believe we were in
You run a what?
cattle calls when they open interviews for people that want to be in, flight attendants, and they call it cattle cars. And
Cattle call.
cattle call. Yeah.
Well, I knew they
Herd
did
'em in.
that with-
Herd 'em in.
With actors, I didn't know they do that with
they did.
aircon people.
And I think we were, Skip, me, and Lisa were interviewing for Continental, and I believe we were in Cleveland. And we made it through the first round, and they put us in this waiting room, and we were waiting for our second round of being called in for another interview. And they called, and I was walking up the stairs, and they were see-through steps, and I said, now don't look up my skirt when I walk up these steps. And Skip said he'll never forget that. He thought that's when he first realized he loved me. So that's how we met.
so that's how we met.
This coming from the same guy that moved 1,000 miles to be in Florida, and the only thing he thought about bringing was his waders.
Waiters.
His waders. I couldn't bring my living room furniture, but by God, he's got those waders, which I found out today, the straps that go over his shoulders are rotted. He can't even use them. Never used them. Now he can't use them. Yeah. That's how I met my husband.
Well, we had a laundry basket full of plastic hangers.
Yeah, we did. We saved all the plastic hangers. Paid $65 a month to store $10 worth of plastic hangers.
You never know when you're going to need those. 'Cause soon as
I heard the story. I heard one story, one version,
He won't admit to that, but
that he didn't know how to put gas in a car and you had to show him.
no, that wasn't me.
Show me how to put gas in the car.
No, that wasn't me. He worked at a filling station once, and I remember I had a Corvair, and you know the trunk's in the front, and he opened the trunk, and there was a rubber snake in there, and he run faster than any man I ever seen run. I didn't know where he went to. He was clear across the parking lot. And my brothers had put that rubber snake in there, but no, we had one of my cousins went to school with him and brought him over and introduced him. As mundane as that sounds.
And you went ahead with it. 50 years later, I congratulate you for
Yeah.
staying together that long.
We're lazy.
Says, what is your favorite wine or drink of choice?
Well, I've always said I drink beer for my bones, because that's good for your bones. I drink wine for my heart, but I really like gin and tonic. Tanqueray and tonic, yeah. That's my drink of choice.
Bourbon and Coke.
I've never seen you drink gin and tonic. Where
At home, because I don't like those, when at bars they use that thing, well, this is Coke
Seltzer,
and then
yeah.
it's that and then it's that, and it tastes flat every time.
does.
So I don't order that in restaurants or bars.
What's in gin and tonic?
Gin is Tanqueray, and then the tonic is
Okay.
tonic water.
I'm gonna say, if you're ever at the bar at Olive Garden up there, order one. Just see what if you don't like it, I'll buy it. Just see what you think of it, because I go up there and every time I go up there, and I tell Sue all the time, best tasting fountain Coke anywhere in the villages.
And
They
it
do.
tastes good.
They do, but it just has a very good taste. And you know, those kind of things are, sometimes they're okay, sometimes they're not. But Olive Garden, I've never had one that tasted bad. They seem to have the right combination every time.
Do you ever go to Olive Garden to eat out once in a while? No? Oh, okay. Well, you have a reason to be there. So when I go there, I don't have to worry about running into you.
Yeah, we're safe.
Good. How long have you lived in the villages?
9 years.
8 years.
They were going 8.
Actually, I've lived at this house 9 years. I've lived in the villages since 2012, so that's going on 12 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I've got shoes on.
12 and 12 is 24. This is 21.
I've got shoes on. Well, you do the math then for me and tell them. You tell them how long I've lived here.
You've been drinking gin and tonic before you come over here?
Exactly. That's why it's my drink of choice.
We've been in the villages full time since 2014, October of 2014. But, see, that's a tricky question, but we've owned a house here since like her, we've owned a house here since 2000, I'll say maybe 13? No, we owned that house 3 years before we came down here.
But we didn't live in it.
No, well, we did, but we didn't. It was a part-time home.
You
It
visited it.
was you would. You were here a lot more than I was.
I run away from home a lot.
Good. You got no place to go from here. God, I feel for you.
Yeah, we've basically, I think what the question is getting to is how much growth have we seen around here? We've seen a lot.
Yeah. When we bought our villa in 2009, it was right off of Lake Sumter, and there, Buttonwood, I think, I don't know if it's Avenue or whatever, the street that goes down there was nothing past that. There was no roads, no houses, no. That was 2009. So you know how far they've come along since then. All this is new, even.
When they first opened up Lake Sumter, we kept up with it up north on the, I guess the news or something anyway about what they were building. And we were always planning our vacations. And the last time we were up there, I said, we're going to have to take that golf cart and see if we can figure out how to get down to Lake Sumter. Because when you first come here, you kind of get used to an area, the golf cart trails and how they are. And then if you go to a whole new area like Lake Sumter, the golf cart trail, you don't know. It isn't like there's a road map. They didn't have any back then. But we found our way down there, and I can remember halfway down there where now it's the Hacienda, what is it called? The Hacienda Villas, Mission, that's it. Mission of Hacienda. We stopped there with a basket full of oranges to feed the cows, because that's all that was there. And
That's all that was there.
yeah.
Yeah, we can walk.
Well, let me ask this, and be honest.
Am I ever not honest?
Yeah, it depends on whether you look good or not when you say it. When you were learning the golf cart routes and all that stuff, was there ever a time where you went where a golf cart shouldn't go?
I never went on a highway. I knew better than that. I never got on 466, never got on 27, 441. And those are just, to me, are just obvious. There was one time that I almost pulled on, it's either Morris Boulevard or Buena Vista. It's where Turtle Mound Golf Course is at, and you where the shack is. When I left, I got turned around, and I went down that road, and when I got to, I don't know, is that Morris Boulevard right there? Right there next to Buena Vista. When I got to there, I seen that roundabout and I realized, I made an about face real quick. But I can see, yeah, I've always said, if you're not used to the golf cart trails here, I can see where, especially in some places, like one of them is Mount Airy Country Club. You're leaving that parking lot. I could see where a car very easily could turn right on a golf cart trail.
Funny you should say that. I did that with Marianne.
Yeah.
She's not very good with directions or anything. She says, you know how to get to Mallory from where we were? I said, yeah, I know. So I says, Mallory's coming right up here at the right. She took my words for granted, turned right, and she went right on the golf cart path with her car. The sad thing is we had somebody following us, and she came on through the golf.
Another car?
It happens. It happens a lot more than what you would
Yeah.
think.
And I know when I was going on the trail to go up to where Parody and all that is up in Colony or in that area, a car was coming this way on the golf cart path, and she was frightened to death. She knocked down a post and just went on that trail. Fortunately, all she had to do was get out on the grass and get back into the street. But yeah, we missed the golf cart thing one time, and we were on Buena Vista. And, yeah. Do you know, is it just me that's sensing that people are going to say, you know, we liked you and Sue and Deb sitting around just talking, having a beer. Do you think that this could become a regular?
Okay. Well, they're going to get out of here. I hope we answered some questions. I'm going to try to edit. It'll probably be a week or two before I get this video up. I thank Deb for coming over here. You know she had to go to a hairdresser and everything before she came over here.
I had to take a shower.
She changed her clothes.
I got dressed. She says, oh, are you coming over at 3:30? I guess I better put clothes on. I said, just put a top on. Nobody will see.
Yeah.
On the bottom. Nobody cares.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Hopefully everything works. We ain't got no glitches. I'm worried about the audio and everything. So with that being said, we'll see you all on the other side.
Bye, y'all.
Y'all, all y'all.
Oh, y'all.
All y'all. That's the plural.
That's
of y'all.
plural of y'all.
All y'all.
It's all y'all.
Oh, y'all.
It is. You ask any Southerner, that is.
It sounds like Alabama.